Alright guys, today we are going to do a carburetor on a 20-inch MTD lawnmower. It is model 11a-02bt706. Any of the parts I use will be in the description. I'll put like a tune-up kit. It's a 300E Briggs & Stratton, so I'll put the tune-up kit. Most of the time you can just clean these carburetors out. It's in it and it'll run again. First, to tell if it's the carburetor, if it's not starting, your cable's moving fine when you squeeze the handle, just spray something into this mouth of the carburetor and it'll fire up and then shut right back off. That means that it's the carburetor. You're not getting good fuel air mixture in your carburetor. Alright, first we're going to take the 3 bolts off of the recoil and get that out of the way. You don't have to do this step, it just makes it easier to get to the top of the carburetor if you do. And for video purposes, it makes it easier for you to see the top of the carburetor as well. See what I'm doing to it. It's just 3 8mm bolts. Not even a big deal. The whole thing just comes right off and is out of the way. Alright, now you got 2 8mm here. You got one here and one right here. We're going to take those 2 out. And I just set them on the deck right there. It's got a little pocket, built-in pocket just for you. And then we got 7mm bolts. I'm going to take this one and the other one out. Alright, somebody's been in this carburetor before because they put them on wrong. These are the long 7mm, they go in the bowl. The short 7mm go in this carburetor, in the air filter assembly. See, there's a short one, there's a long one. That's how you can tell they've been in there, because the short one's going there and the long one's going to the bottom of the bowl. This pulls right off, this pulls right off the back of that. We're going to get our fuel line off. It's a clamp right here. We're going to squeeze it and pull it right back. Like that. Let me get a bottle. Alright, I'm using just an empty water bottle so I can see what's in there. Now there is little specks of water inside here. I've shook most of it out. So if I get a drop of water down to the bottom, that's probably from the water bottle. But sometimes there's a lot more than just a drop in there. So we're just going to drain it out, kind of get an idea what the customer... Yeah, this one's full of water. Lots of water. When the gas looks all milky like this, that means that it's just full of water. The ethanol absorbs the water right into it. It's starting to clear up now, so the water was pretty well settled to the bottom. We're going to drain all that out. You see right here, the water sinks, gas floats. That's more than just a drop of water, that's a bunch of water. That means the carb's probably full of water. So we're going to drain, you always drain everything out, the whole tank out anyways. We're going to drain it all the way out and clean the tank and make sure it's done. See, the second batch is really milky that I got out of this. I forced it through, so any water, the screen in here kind of blocked the water, so it just forced the water in. If I was to leave this around, it would actually start to settle. I'm actually going to do that. We'll look at that again later. Alright, what we're going to do now, hold on, pause. Alright, so I'm going to use air to blow it all out, but this gas tank does lift straight up off of this. And you can use good clean gasoline and just rinse this out so that it doesn't have anything inside anymore. I'm just going to blow it out and get it pointed away from my daughter. Just like that. It's nice and clean, dry. It sets right back in. Let me see. We'll pull straight back. Got to wiggle it a little bit, comes right back. The top right here is just an S turn, just turn it, boom, just like that. If you dump this out, you see the water beads. this thing is just full of water. See all the beads of water running down? I don't know if you can or not. Yeah, you see it, just running away here. Full of water. Those are all beads of water just running down there. This lost its back cap. Oh yeah, an O-ring. Make sure you get the O-ring inside of here. And this back keeper just clicks in place. It's supposed to just click, there it goes. Just clicks right in place. All right, 7mm, pop these 2 bolts off. Long one like it's supposed to have. Short one like it's not supposed to. Oh look, no, it's got 2 longs. Oh, yeah, I guess maybe they didn't, maybe it was made from the front manufacturer, was put together wrong. Maybe they ran out of short bolts, I don't know. Get this just pried apart, pops right out. The rest of the water dumps right out, no big deal. We're gonna pop the float out. Comes right out like that. No problem. Don't lose your needle valve, don't lose your pin. This white cap, we're going to get our screwdriver right in between it and the black and then pry it. That comes right out. Now with this, we're just going to rinse it off. Here, let's go over this way. We're just going to rinse it off. Make sure this blows through. Not blowing through? Yeah, it goes through. That's good. Make sure this is rinsed out. There's a white piece inside of here. If you're not careful, that'll fall out. It will not run with that out. It runs too lean. The white piece here holds it in place. So just be sure that it doesn't fall out. Then, right over here, come over here. All right, this one right here, we're gonna use acid. This is 14 karat gold testing solution. I've tried all the different kinds. I've tried making my own. None of them work like this one does. It'll boil that jet right out. I'll put this in the description below for you. There's a drop in there, boils it right out. Then tilt it up, put a drop in this one, and then a couple drops in that one, and let it just boil through. Then we're going to rinse it off. Come back over this way. Rinse it off real good. Gently at first so you don't get any acid splashing back in your face. Wear safety goggles. Vinyl gloves are good to have on. We're going to push through hard. There. Plug this one off. There it goes, nice and clean. That should be good, but just in case, we're going to boil it all one more time. Just make sure it's good and clean. Yeah, that's good. That's doing good. Rinse it off one more time. Yeah, that's good. All right, and same with these parts. Rinse them off. Make sure that they're good and clean. Set the needle right in the float like that. Same with the pin. Just set the pin right in the float like this. All that's good. Rinse the bowl out really well. Doesn't take much, it's really easy. We're going to go ahead and get the float into position. It just get the needle valve right into that hole right here. It sits right down in. Oh, it just fell out of the float. Gotta try again. You cannot let this needle valve fall out of the float. Gotta go in all the way down, and then move the pin over into position and put it down all the way. Both sides have to click right into there, and then it's nice and level. That's how you know, a little bit lean down, but it's nice and level. If you blow through this, air shouldn't come through here until you lift this up, and then air should go through. Like that. All right, so that's all in. Now we got this guy right here. Make sure that the white piece is inside there is good. This pointed towards the rubber. Push it down until it clicks in place. Now that holds this white piece inside in. Then the float, or the bowl, I mean, only goes in one direction. The jet's got to be able to sit right in that bowl there. Two long 7mm. Put them on. Tighten them down. That this white piece goes back towards the back. Oh, get the throttle arm hooked in like that. This goes towards the back. We're going to shove it onto the tube back here, nice and firm all the way on. There's usually a white vent that's right here on the side of this. It must have fallen out some other time. Not a big deal if that falls out. It's just a vent. There's nothing that hooks to it, nothing like that. It'll be fine. We're gonna go ahead and hook up the fuel line. Again, make sure the tank's good and clean and dry, no dirt, no water, no bad gas. Put that in place. All right, now we're gonna go ahead, get this in place. There's two little barb ends that go here and here that line it all up. Heck, why aren't you lining up? There it is. There it is. All right, got them in. We're going to put the two 7mm. It's supposed to be the two short ones, but they got a long one and a short one, whatever. They go on each side of this. So right here. Okay, you know what? Fine. Use this thing like a screwdriver. There we go. Get it started. This one down here started. Alright, get them in tight. Don't over tight them, it's just plastic. There's a tube on the back. Go over the back, see it? Goes right on the back of it, just like that. That's your crankcase ventilation. Then we're going to switch to 8mm socket. Two 8mm. We got one that goes right here. And then one that goes over on this side, right here. Nice and tight. Then recoil goes back on. It just sets in place. Sometimes you gotta pull the cord to make it set down. And it's the three 8mm that have the shafts on them. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to tighten them down. Get them just started first. And then you can tighten it all the way down. Tight. tight. Don't over tighten them. You don't need to strip stuff out. That's that. Air filter, clean it out, back on, like so, like that. We're going to put some gas in it. Yeah, all right, and then we're going to prime it 1, 2, 3 times. Squeeze the handle. All right, guys, this helped you out in any way, shape, or form. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Any of the parts that you might need for this, the acid, air filter, stuff like that, will be in the description below. If you want to do any advertising on my channel, message me. I'd be more than happy to have you. Peace.